Today we are here for the third talk in the series of talks by revered Swami Sarvapriyananda Ji Maharaj. The today's topic is words of the Master, Sri Ramakrishna's Advaitic teaching. Quickly, as Maharaj has arrived, after the session gets over, tea and snacks would be served at foyer. The souvenir for the Centenary celebration is available. Mementos for the same are available. And for the year-long program, be in touch. Thank you. Pranam Maharaj. As Maharaj has instructed, today there would be no question-answer session. Thank you. As Maharaj has to leave early today, almost in a rush. Pranam Maharaj.
So that's the reason. It's not that the questions, I did not enjoy the questions. The questions were plentiful and very nice, but I have to leave tonight, so that's why. All right, let's start. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness unto light, lead us from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharma swarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namah. Good evening and namaste everybody. Same rules apply, no mobiles. Somebody reminded me today that there was this little joke I had made years ago. I had totally forgotten about it. That we say Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, 3 Shantis, for Adhyatmika, Adidhaivika, Adibhautika, Vignas, all kinds of sorrows, Shanti, 3 levels of Shanti. And I had said once, I don't know, years ago somewhere, that there is a 4th Shanti. We have to add a 4th Shanti, mobile Shanti. So either switch it off or you can put it on silent. We are continuing this series of talks, and the message is the same. On the first day it was based on the Taittiriya Upanishad, yesterday it was based on the Ashtavakra Gita, and today it's based on a lesser known text, which is, in English it's called the Words of the Master. I'll tell you a little bit about the text. But the message is the same, that our real nature is Brahman. We are existence, consciousness, bliss, Satchidananda. That's the same message. But I'm just using different texts. This text which I'm using was written by Swami Brahmananda. Swami Brahmananda is a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Swami Vivekananda, of course, is justifiably very well known. Swami Brahmananda is less well known, but mainly because of his personality. He was very quiet, very gentle. Swami Vivekananda was very dynamic. Swami Brahmananda was the first president of the Ramakrishna order. And he was not much given to lectures, writing, though Vivekananda called him a spiritual dynamo. But he did write one book, just one book. And that book was a collection, a choice collection of the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. His guru, Sri Ramakrishna. The choicest, the best teachings of Sri Ramakrishna collected and arranged by Swami Brahmananda. So that book, in Bengali, it is called Sri Ramakrishna Upadesh. It's a very small book. It is said that when Swami Brahmananda was writing this, compiling this, writing it, In Banaras it happened. He would sit at late in the night and write it. He actually had a vision of Sri Ramakrishna who came and said, let me see, what are you writing? I didn't say this, I said like this. So he corrected. I often say Sri Ramakrishna, these are the sayings of Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna was also the proofreader, editor of the book also. So this book, Sri Ramakrishna Upadesha. Swami Ashokanandaji, who was one of our great Swamis who taught in the West, he was the head of the Vedanta Society of Northern California in San Francisco. He used to say that this book, Sri Ramakrishna Upadesh, will one day be a spiritual classic for humanity, and people will carry it around in their pockets. People will carry it around in their pockets. So when I read that, after that, I started carrying it in my pocket, wherever I go. So I've got it in my pocket now. This is the book. It's been translated into English also. The English version is called Words of the Master. Words of the Master. I think they may have a few copies outside, and obviously it will be sold immediately, but you can always get more online or in the bookshop in the Mumbai Ramakrishna Mutt in Khar. So Words of the Master. And that's the title. That's the title of the talk which we are going to have today. Words of the Master. So it's collected sayings, teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. Now I'm going to read out the original Bengali and translate for you. The first teaching in the whole collection, if you look at it, it's in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. The number 1, the first teaching of Sri Ramakrishna, selected by Swami Brahmananda to be number 1. I'll read that out, and then we'll talk about it. Number 1. Manush apnake chinte parle, Bhagavan ke chinte pare. When a human being realizes who he or she is, they realize God. When you know who you are, you know God. First sentence. This is literally what is called a Mahavakya in Vedanta. Mahavakya, like Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, we know that these are Mahavakyas. But what's the definition of a Mahavakya? And what is the characteristic? Mahavakya simply means big sentence, great sentence. But in Advaita Vedanta, what's a Mahavakya? Jiva Brahma Aikya, the sentence which teaches the identity of the Jiva and Brahman. That thou art, Tattvamasi, you are that identity. They are one reality. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. I and Brahman, identity, one reality. Here, Manush, Bhagavan. Human being, God. When the human being realizes who he or she is, he realizes God. That means they are one reality. So basically it's a Mahavakya. Next. Ami ke bhalo roop bichar korle dekhte pawa jay, ami bole kono jinish nei. When you investigate I, who am I? He says when you investigate, actually he uses the word vichara, which is a technical word in Vedanta, like an inquiry into who am I. When you do a proper inquiry into who am I, you will find there is nothing corresponding to the I. Who am I? When I say book, this is the object corresponding to the word book. When I say cloth, this is the object corresponding to the word cloth. When I say I, what is the object corresponding to the word I? Not this I. Vertical. I. So what corresponds to that? We normally say I, then what if you point out the I, I'll say this, here, this is I. But Sri Ramakrishna says you will find when you inquire, and we will do the inquiry today. So we will actually dive into the inquiry. We will see, Sri Ramakrishna says, you will not find anything corresponding to I. Hat, pa, rakto, mangsho, ityadi, er konta ami. Hands, feet, blood, flesh. Among these, which one is I? We will investigate this. যেমন পেঁয়াজের খোসা ছাড়াতে ছাড়াতে কেবল খোসাই বেরোয়, সার কিছু থাকে না, সেই রূপ বিচার করলে আমি বলে কিছুই পাই না. Just as when we peel an onion, you keep on peeling an onion, you just find skin, layer after layer of skin. You don't come to an essence, now I have found the onion. I peeled off the skin, and now I have found the onion. It's not like that. It's just layer after layer, and you don't find any essence which you can call the onion. You can't do that. Exactly like that, if you inquire, vichar, again he uses the word vichar, which we will do, you will find nothing corresponding to I, the term I. Sheshe ja thake, tai atma chaitanya. Very profound statement. What remains in the end, the remainder, what remains over, that is the self, that is consciousness. We'll see what it means. Amar amitto dur hole Bhagavan dekha den. When you remove the ego, this identification with the ego I from yourself, you will find God. God is revealed to you. So this is the paragraph. And today, that's on our syllabus today. What are we going to do? We're going to find God. We're going to find out who am I. And we are going to find that that's the same thing. When you find out who am I, you will find God. This is the promise. And we will actually do the vichara which Sri Ramakrishna talks about. So he says, Ami ke bhalo roop vichar korle dekhte paoja jay ami bole kono jinish nei. When you inquire into the I properly, you will find through the process of vichara, we will find there is nothing corresponding to the term I. Hands, feet, flesh, blood. Which is I? Which corresponds to the term I? For this, I will borrow the technique of inquiry from the Taittiriya Upanishad. You remember in the first talk we talked about Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, ultimate reality, Brahman. What is it? Limitless existence consciousness is Brahman. All right. Then the question arises, how do I realize this Brahman? How do I know this Brahman? How do I become enlightened? A process is given. Exactly this process. Inquire into yourself. Why into yourself? After all, the goal is to know Brahman, ultimate reality. Why do you have to inquire into myself? The Upanishad itself says that this Atman is Brahman. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. You find Brahman in the sacred space of the cave of the heart. That's just a poetic way of saying you find Brahman as I am Brahman. As I am Brahman. Now, it's no use saying that. As I said, if you say that, your response will be, thoda khol ke boliye Mahatma ji. Expand on this. Can you explain this a little bit? So we'll explain it a little bit today, this evening. What the Upanishad does is exactly what Sri Ramakrishna is doing. Inquire into the I. And what is this inquiry? You proceed with experientially, actually experience it at every stage. So we will inquire into who am I? On the pattern of the Taittiriya Upanishad, as it has been shown in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Upanishad asks us, Sri Ramakrishna asks us the question, who am I? We'll say, what answer do you want? So point out, who are you? Point it out. Immediately our response is, this, I am this. So the Upanishad says, all right, you mean this body? And we say, yes, and that's a good answer, I am this. Let's start there. You think, I am body, I am this. Generally, we don't say that outright. If you ask, who are you? I am this body. We don't say that. But we basically believe that and behave accordingly, that I am this much. Upanishad says, all right, let us look at this body. And Upanishad gives a name to this body. The Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, it gives a name. It says, this body is Annamaya. In Sanskrit, Annamaya. Annamaya, Anna means literally rice, but food. Maya here means modification. Anna karyam, modification of food. One understands what that means. Basically, this body is food. Not that this body is literally rice and dal and chapati. And it is that which we take in and it is modified. It's not literally Annamaya. What we eat and drink is modified into this body. So this is Annamaya. I read somewhere a famous Italian actress in Hollywood. I used to tell this in Hollywood because there it was relatable. She was asked once, what's the secret of your beauty? And she said, this. It is pasta. So that's the food they like, pasta. Yes, annamaya, it's a modification of food. Now, we are asked to consider, take a closer look at this. You are saying, I am this body, this annamaya. But notice one thing about this body. This body changes. It changes so much from babyhood to childhood to youth to middle age to old age. I mean, if you show your baby photos and your present picture, even maybe your mom won't be able to recognize you. There's so much change in this. You're a little baby, now you're much, much bigger. And your features have changed. So the body changes so much over the years and decades of our life. But I say, I was that baby. I was that kid, the teenager, the young person, the middle-aged person, and this old person. And I am the same one. I don't say that that child or that baby was the different person and I'm a different person. But the body is literally different. In fact, doctors tell us just about every cell in the body is changed over a period of time. Continuously we are shedding cells, when we are, all the time, right now also. We don't see it. But thousands and thousands of, in fact, somebody told me this whole of forensic science, criminal forensic science, when the detectives try to find out who was the criminal, it depends a great deal on what we shed from the body. So we leave a lot of our cells lying around wherever we go. We are continuously, this body is decaying, changing, shedding, again regrowing itself based on what? Food, whatever we are eating, we are processing it. And I feel I am the same one. Now that which is same and that which is changing, they cannot be literally the same thing. It's like, suppose I'm sitting here and somebody is running around. I can't catch hold of that person and keep sitting here. Either I will be dragged or that person will stop. If I say I am the changing body, then I have to say that I am continuously changing. I am not the same person anymore. But if I feel intuitively, I am the same person, the body has changed. An elderly lady told me in Santa Barbara in California, she said, I was going past a shop window and I looked at the reflection and I thought, who is this old lady? It seems just this other day ago, I was a teenager and now 50 years have passed. So the body changes so much and we have a sense of continuity and unchanging sense of self. Changing and unchanging, they cannot be the same thing. Nirvikara, savikara in Sanskrit. Nirvikara is unchanging. Savikara with vikara, with modification. They literally cannot be the same. It's contradictory to say that they are the same thing. So therefore, I, the unchanging self, whatever I am, I cannot be the changing body. One more. These are like a little bit of vichara. Sri Ramakrishna says, vichara. One more. For me, I am the experiencer of the body. And the body is something experienced. I am drashta, body is drishya. Just like I am the seer, this bottle is seen. Therefore the seeing, the eye which sees the bottle, this eye, and the bottle which is seen, they cannot be the same thing. The seer and the seen, drashta and drishya cannot be the same thing. In fact, the only thing that the eyes cannot see are themselves. You say something far away, with a telescope I can see it. Something very small, with a microscope I can see it. But the eyes themselves cannot be seen with the eyes. You will say, Swami, haven't you looked in a mirror? Yes, but in a mirror you find a reflection of your eyes. In a photograph, a selfie, you find a picture of your eyes. The way the eyes are seeing the bottle, that way the eyes cannot see themselves. This is called self-reflexivity. The eyes cannot do that. Nothing can operate upon itself. That's the principle. So, the I, the experiencer, and that which I experience, I, the seer, and that which I see, they cannot be the same thing. Now look at the body. Do you know the body? Do you experience the body? Do you see the body? Yes. The body is the object of all my senses. I can not only see the body, I can touch the body, I can smell the body, taste the body. If your tummy is rumbling with hunger, you can hear the body. You can see, smell, taste, hear, touch the body. Every sense organ operates on the body and makes it an object of knowledge. It is drishya, it is known, and you, whatever you are the knower. Therefore, the knower and the known cannot be the same thing. Because you are the knower and the body is the known, you cannot be the body. Drashta drishya. Why am I not the body? Drishyatvat. One more point I want to make here. Vichara. We are doing vichara. Why am I not the body? Jadatvat. In Sanskrit, jada means an object of consciousness. Now this is something to be understood. We are aware, you are aware, I am aware, and we are aware of something. You are aware of this hall, you are aware of a slightly warm feeling on your skin. You are aware of the body, the chair you are sitting on, you are aware of my words. So you are aware of something. And you are aware, and what you are aware of, that object of awareness, in Sanskrit that is called jada. You are chetana, conscious. You are chit, awareness. And what you are aware of, that is an object of awareness. So this one must be clear. Awareness and its objects. Chit, jada. Now body, since I am aware of it, the body is jada. I am aware. So consciousness is on my side and the body is not conscious. I am conscious of the body. We generally don't think this way. We think this is a conscious body. That's how we think. But not really. Use that chit jada, conscious and object, this vichara. The one psychologist, Greg Good, he uses Vedanta for his counseling in New York. So he developed this exercise. He says, look at a hand. Just look at the hand. And what is your feeling? Your feeling is, I am aware of the hand. Is there any experience that the hand is aware of me? Not at all. Is the hand saying, hello Sarvapriyananda, long time no see? No. I am aware of it. That's it. You will say, so? Look at the other hand. I am aware of this. This is not aware of me. In that way, every part of the body I can be aware of it. The body is not aware of my existence or of anything. The hand is not aware of me. The hand is not aware of itself. The hand is not aware of the other hand. The hand is not aware of anything. Similarly, all the parts of the body, they are not aware of themselves or anything else. But I am aware of them. So I am consciousness, chit, and the body is jada. What's the point? Chit, jada. They're diametrically opposite. They cannot be the same thing. Shankaracharya says in the Adhyasa Bhashya, Tamah prakashavat viruddha swabhava. They are opposed like light and darkness. Like light and darkness. You and the body, you are opposed like light and darkness. You are aware of it, it is not aware of you. Chit jada. Alright, these three are enough. 3 arguments, 3 vicharas we have done. What is the first one? Why am I not the body? Savikara nirvikara. Body is with modification. I am changeless. I am the changeless self. You might say, how do you know you're the changeless self? You think about it. First of all, there you have an intuitive feeling that you are the same person from babyhood to childhood to teenage and to youth and middle age. You're the same person. And the second vichara is drashta drishya, drishyatvat, because it's an object. I know it, I am the seer, it is the seen. Third one is a variation of the second vichara. I am aware, it is not aware. Aware, not aware. Chit jada. Jadatvat. Savikaratvat. Drishyatvat. Jadatvat. Na aham deha. Deha na atma. Body is not the self. I am not the body. Remember the original quest. Who am I? Who am I? And my answer was, I am this. Now I myself have to admit, I am not literally this thing. Then what am I? But I am here, somewhere here. I am something more subtle. Something more inwards to this body. I am right here. Upanishad says, all right, let's do that. Anyantaratma pranamayaha. So, you are not the body, you are something different from the body. Anya, antara, more subtle, more inwards. What is more subtle and more inwards than the body? The inwards to the body, remember, I don't mean look inside the body. If you look inside the body, you will find more body. Heart, lungs, organs, blood, flesh, like Sri Ramakrishna says, flesh, blood, you will find that's body only. But inwards, in my experience of myself, what's a more subtler aspect? See, I have mentioned this earlier also. It struck me, a doctor, Indian doctor, working somewhere in Scotland, I think maybe Edinburgh or somewhere, wrote to me that I had an epiphany, a sudden realization. When I was looking, for last 20 years I've been looking at scans of the body. When I looked at the scan of the body, I was looking at a scan of my own body, and I was just thinking, wait a minute, in this whole thing, the detailed picture of this whole body, where am I? Where am I? Till today I've been thinking I am this, but now I'm looking at it, 20 years I'm examining scans. Where is the person? Where is the conscious being, the sentient being? Where am I in this body? It's a biological machine. What is inward to the body, more subtle than the body? If you look in your own experience, you will see. So the next thing the Upanishad says you find is the prana. And the most obvious thing about the prana is breath. The breath. Breath itself is not just all of prana, but it's because of prana that we are breathing. So this prana was the Indian understanding of life forces, vitality. This physiologically we are living beings, this life force, this is called prana. So am I prana? Not a crude argument, pretty good argument, because we are living beings, I might say. I am this living being. I'm not just a body, I'm a living body. I am prana. Let us examine it. Am I prana? Does prana change? Yes, you can just see. Breathing in, breathing out. Prana changes. Hunger and thirst, they're products of prana. Tiredness, illness, energy, health, products of prana. In fact, Ayurveda, it doesn't really directly treat the body. It says all diseases are due to disorders of the prana. And the Ayurveda tries to treat the prana itself. That's a more holistic way of dealing with ill health. Anyway, my point is, prana is changing. Sometimes sickness is there, sometimes health is there, sometimes hunger and thirst. When you eat nicely, you're satiated, no hunger and thirst. Or the simplest thing, breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. So prana is changing. Are you changing? When you are breathing in, are you you? Yes. When you are breathing out, are you the same person? Yes. So prana is changing. When I'm sick, I'm the same person. I just say I feel sick. When I recover and feel healthy, I say I feel healthy. I am the same person who felt sick. I am the same person who felt healthy. I am not changing. Prana is changing. Savikara, nirvikara. I, the unchanging self, and the ever-changing prana, they cannot be the same thing. Second vichara, drashta, drishya. Do you know the prana? Are you aware of the prana? Yes. How? Now it is very popular. In India also and in America also. Very, very popular. Mindfulness meditation. Here Vipassana meditation. Many of you might have done. Some of you might have to have practiced it. Vipassana meditation. Sometimes there are intensive Vipassana meditation camps. Now one of the techniques, main technique is to observe the breath. See, many people think, oh, Vipassana meditation, mindfulness, I know it is about following the breath. It's not about the breath. It's about using the breath as an anchor to settle the mind, to control attention. So that's the point. But anyway, there you observe the breath. Breathing in, I'm aware of breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware of breathing out. And sometimes you count. Breathing in 1, breathing in 2. What are you doing? You are observing the breath. If you're observing the breath, you are the knower of the breath. And the breath is something known. You are the drashta of the breath. The breath is the drishya. Drashta and drishya cannot be the same thing. If the breath, prana is drishya, and if you are the drashta, you cannot be the prana. I am not prana, because drishyatvat, prana is drishya. Another vichara, chidjada. I am aware of the breathing. Is the breathing aware of me? Not at all. When I'm breathing in, I am aware of the breath. I'm breathing out. I'm aware of the breath going out. Is the going in and going out breath, is it aware of me? Hello, Sarvapriyananda, let me inside. Or breathing out, breath is saying that I'm going now, bye-bye Sarvapriyananda. No. Breath is just, it's a mechanical function performed by this biological system, the respiratory system. It is not aware of itself. It is not aware of anything else. It's not even aware of me. So, it is jada, I am chetana. Again the same three results. I am not the breath, I am not prana. Why not? Because prana is savikara, drishya, jada. Savikaratva, drishyatva, jadatva, naham prana. I am not prana. But alright, I am not body, I am not prana, but I am here. I can clearly feel it. Something more subtle. So what are you? Upanishad asks, what do you think you are? Mind. I am the mind. Manas, mind. That's a good answer. Because most people, grown up, thinking, sensitive people, we don't say we are the body. What do we say? I am a person. Maybe an embodied mind. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, sense of ego, all of this in a body. So I am an embodied mind. Or in a simple term, simple language, I am a person. I am a living person. Most of us, we think that way. So am I the mind? Upanishad says, Anyo antaratma manomayaha. We have already taken up two candidates. Annamaya, body, I am not the body. Pranamaya, prana, I am not the prana. Third candidate, mind, thoughts, emotions, memory, sense of identity. This seems like a pretty good answer. Most of us, we think we are minds. Let us do vichara. Sri Ramakrishna says, bhalo kore vichar. Achhi tarah se vichar karo. How do you do that? Same techniques. Does the mind change? You say, oh boy, does it change? Subah se sham tak, in one day, from the morning till now, I was feeling sleepy. Then after a cup of tea or coffee, very alert. And then I am eager to start the day. After some time, I am feeling tired. Sometimes I am curious. Sometimes I am bored. Sometimes I am excited. Sometimes I am excited. We find it funny as Indians. In America, you have to be excited about everything. Everything. Whatever you are doing, the first question they'll ask you is, are you excited? If you say no, then it's not a good answer. Our general reaction is, why should I be excited? Much better to be calm. Sometimes excited, sometimes not calm and peaceful. That is the mind. So many thoughts, ideas, like a procession it is going on, controllably or uncontrollably. Somebody said, in one day, waking, 18 hours of waking life, we think, they say, 15,000 to 16,000 thoughts. Not separate thoughts or worthwhile thoughts, mostly nonsense. But so many thoughts are coming. Whatever it is, thousands of chitta vrittis, thought modifications are coming in the mind. And I am the same one who has felt excited. I am the same one who feels bored. I am the same one who felt alert. I am the same one who feels sleepy. I am the same one who thought that thought. I am the same one who's thinking this thought. So I am same. Mind is continuously changing and very fast. Savikara. I am nirvikara. Am I aware of the mind? Yes. You can be. If you look inside, introspection, thoughts, feelings, emotion, just try it now. 2 plus 2, 4. Are you aware of it? Yes. So I am the drashta. The mind is drishya. Drashta and drishya cannot be the same thing. This third vichara. This is something very interesting. This is not understood even in the cutting edge modern philosophy of mind, even in neuroscience. Mind and consciousness are taken to be one thing. Separation between mind and consciousness, it can be demonstrated so easily, so easily. I will demonstrate it now. Mind is not conscious, you are conscious. I will demonstrate it just now. We will all see it to our satisfaction. Think a thought, quietly, just think a thought in your mind. 2 plus 2, 4, A, B, C, D, whatever it is. Some thought. Now notice, you are aware of the thought. I am aware, at least I am aware of the thought. 2 plus 2, 4. Now let me ask the question, this thought, 2 plus 2, 4, A, B, C, D, is it aware of me? No. 2 plus 2, 4, A, B, C, D is just like mental talk. It is not aware of anything. It's not aware of me, it's not aware of itself, it's not aware of other thoughts. It's just mental talk, 2 plus 2, 4. Most of our thoughts are like mental talk. Or some of them are feelings, emotions. We are aware of them. But those thoughts and emotions are not memories, are not aware of us. They're not aware of themselves. They're not aware of anything else. We are conscious of them. They are not conscious of us. Thoughts are not conscious of you. They're not conscious of themselves. They're not conscious of anything else. They're just fleeting mental talk, so to say. I am Chaitana, and the thoughts are Jada. This simple division in the mind between consciousness and mental activity, because they go together. That's why they seem to be same. That's why in modern consciousness studies, neuroscience, philosophy of mind, this distinction is not understood. But it's very well understood in Indian philosophy, in Buddhism, in Sankhya, Vedanta, of course. So I am conscious of the mind, and the mind is not conscious of me. I am Chaitana. Mind also is Jada. This is just not understood in modern consciousness studies. That mind is not a conscious entity. It shines with consciousness because of your presence. You, the consciousness, are in the mind, and therefore it shines. But by itself, it's not conscious. It's just mental talk. That is why I am not the mind also. Why? Savikaratvat, mind changes, I do not change. Drishyatvat, the mind is something known, I am the knower. Jadatvat, the mind is something non-conscious, insentient, I am conscious of the mind. Therefore, I cannot be the mind. Because changing and unchanging cannot be the same thing. Drashta and Drishya cannot be the same thing. Chit and Jada cannot be the same thing. Therefore, I am not the mind. Then what am I? We still say, no, but I am here. I'm not the body, not the prana, not the mind. I agree. Let me make one division in the mind, buddhi. That's also the mind, but that's the part which I'm using now, intelligence. So am I intelligence? We are following the track given by Taittiriya Upanishad. So am I intelligence? The Upanishad says, let's examine it. Anyo antaratma vijnanamayaha. The self, you, are subtler than the mind, inward to the mind. You are intelligence itself. That's called Vijnanamaya. Modifications of intelligence. Again, now you can do it. You are well trained in Vichara. Take a look at the intellect. Does it change? Yes, it changes. When I go to school, I did not understand this mathematics problem. Then the teacher taught me, and I struggled, and I understood. We say, I got it. Yeah. We all know the classic I got it moment. Archimedes, Eureka. I was reading about his life. It seems he hated taking baths. But his greatest discovery was in the bathtub. He had to be persuaded and forced to go in the bath. But that's when he discovered. Then also he jumped out of the bathtub, and naked he ran down the streets of Athens shouting Eureka. So what happened? The intellect changed from not understanding to understanding. To understanding. Or our ideas change. My idea, understanding was this. Now I read more, thought more about it. I have changed my ideas. What has changed? Buddhi has changed. So Vijnanamaya changes. But I was the same. I'm still the same self. I was the self who was ignorant. I did not understand. Now I am the self who understands. But I'm the same self. Earlier I say I did not comprehend, my buddhi did not understand. Now I say I comprehend, my buddhi grasps it. That I am the same. Is the intellect observable? Yes. You can introspect. Every time we struggle with some difficult academic problem, mathematical problem, or researchers doing research, struggling with this object of research, the subject of research, they feel the buddhi working. I'm observing the workings of my intellect. So that is drishya, I am the drashta. And then the next vichara, consciousness. Even intellect is not conscious. Or intellect and consciousness are not identical. Intellect is conscious, it shines with consciousness because of your presence. Because the buddhi also, I am aware of it. It is not aware of me. I am aware of it. This is the whole issue now, is artificial intelligence. So you can have artificial intelligence without consciousness. This is such a startling fact, nobody's pointing it out. You can have artificial intelligence without consciousness. ChatGPT, ChatGPT. You ask ChatGPT, are you conscious? He'll say, no, I'm not conscious. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this. Somebody told me that the founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman, so then somebody asked him, tell me one thing which you believe which is not common knowledge. And he said, I believe Atman is Brahman. He wrote that in Twitter or somewhere. So maybe he's interested in Vedanta, who knows. But the point is, intellect and intelligent systems like AI. So this is where a number of cutting-edge work being done in, I know at least some of the leading companies, I cannot take names, they ask AI scientists that what is this transition between intelligence and consciousness? What is the difference? What is the line of demarcation? What is the distinctive properties? What makes a system intelligent? What makes a system conscious? Vedanta says consciousness and intelligence, you and intelligence are not the same thing. That doesn't mean you are not intelligent. You can be very intelligent, but you are not literally intelligence. Why? Because intelligence changes. Savikara. Intelligence is an object of knowledge, drishya, and intelligence is jada. Thousands of years before we thought of artificial intelligence, they knew the possibility that intelligence, you can replicate intelligence because it's jada. In principle, it's a part of the material universe. Jadatvat, drishyatvat, savikaratvat, na aham buddhi, na aham vijnanamaya. I am not the intellect also. All right, but I'm still here. Go a little deeper. What else is there? In Vedanta, we talk about another level, which we generally don't, in common sense, we don't think about it. In deep sleep. In deep sleep, I am not aware of the external world. I am not aware of this body. I am not aware of my prana. I am not aware of the mind. I am not aware of the buddhi. I have gone to sleep blank. The only thing that is there is blankness. That state is called Anandamaya in Taittiriya Upanishad. It's a causal state. Causal, not casual. Causal state. I can't resist this. A sadhu in Uttarakhand said, अरे महात्मा जी आपका जागृत और स्वप्न ये तो हल्के फुल्के अवस्था है, असली अवस्था तो सुषुप्ति है. What he said was, oh Mahatma ji, you are waking and dreaming. These are light, superficial states. The real profound state is deep sleep. Generally, our common sense approach is just the opposite. What is important? This waking state is important. Here you can go and earn money in Dalal Street. Here you can go and have a nice walk on the seashore. You can go and enjoy a beautiful meal in a nice hotel. You can come and listen to Vedanta talks. This is waking state. Very important. And then dream state is also important because my therapist, my psychiatrist will ask me about what are your dreams. We'll interpret, dream interpretation. But deep sleep, nobody is interested. Except Vedanta. Vedanta reverses it. Vedanta says waking state, unimportant. Halka hai, superficial, casual. And this dream state, casual. Deep sleep state, not casual, causal. It is the Karana Avastha. But even there, why is it Karana Avastha? Because it's like dream and waking have been absorbed into one blankness, subject-object difference is not there anymore. A blankness, potential state. It's like you were watching a movie, suddenly the movie is switched off. I don't know if it still happens, but when we were kids, we used to go to a cinema hall, and then there would be half time, and the cinema would be switched off. But for a moment, no cinema and no light in the cinema hall also. The whole thing would be dark. So we would be seeing darkness until the light in the hall comes on. So similarly, deep sleep is like that. The whole thing is dark. I don't even say I am in deep sleep. That's not there. So this is called the causal, like a seed. Because from there again, dreams and waking will come back from your perspective. So it's like a seed, causal state. But anyway, our question is, Are you that causal state? That also you are not. If you do the vichara, you will see that also changes. According to Vedanta philosophy, that causal state is made of sattva, rajas, tamas, and the three gunas are constantly changing there. And then it changes, it comes back, it sprouts into the dream state and the waking state. So it is subject to change. It is also subject to knowledge in the sense that it is a drishya. In deep sleep, that causal state is drishya. I don't have the feeling that I am experiencing deep sleep, but it is, and as I said last time, it's an experience of absence. It's not an absence of experience. And it is also not conscious. It is jada. The causal state, Anandamaya is jada. It's not Chaitanya. About this, lot of discussion is there in Brahma Sutra, but the conclusion is Anandamaya is jada. Having done this analysis, Taittiriya Upanishad, we are following, it stops there. No resolution. We started with the question, who am I? And we examined 5 candidates, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, and we found in turn, they are all changing, they are all drishya, they are all jada, and therefore they are not I. Because I am not changing, I am the drashta, not drishya, I am chetana, not jada. So they do not correspond to me. They don't match me. All of these 5 candidates. But at this point I have no more candidates to offer. Upanishad asks, so who are you? What are you? What else can I offer? Whatever I thought, all of them have been rejected. All candidates have been rejected. I am not the Panchakosha. Now they are Panchakosha. I am not that. At this point, Sri Ramakrishna says, if you examine it like peeling an onion one after another, you will find nothing corresponding to I. You ask, who am I? What is the answer? You find no answer. No answer. At this point, the Upanishad asks, in the Upanishad the student asks, Asad Brahma iti Veda Chet. Wait a minute, you wanted to show that I am Brahman, but you cannot even show where I am. I am not the body, not the prana, not the mind, not the intellect, not the causal state. Then where am I? How will I find who am I? Because according to Sri Ramakrishna, you investigate, you will not find anything corresponding to I. According to Taittiriya Upanishad, you investigate, five, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, all are rejected. Then what am I? So here is where I always tell the 10th man story. Many of you know the 10th man story, but it's a wonderful story. Vidyaranya Swami in Panchadashi devotes a whole chapter to that story, the 10th man story. We know 10 friends. They went out for a journey, and then they crossed a river. After crossing the river, they had this doubt. Have 10 of us crossed, or did somebody drown? Let's make sure. Let's count. And they counted. One person counted the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th person is drowned. The other said, you are not counting properly. Let me count, let me count. Each person counted, and they found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th person is not there. Then they started crying. Now another person was walking past them and said, why are you crying, my friends? Oh, a great tragedy has happened. Our friend has drowned in the river. How? How do you know that? Because we were 10 of us, and now there are only 9. Now that person must have counted. He saw there were 10 there. How do you know you are 9? We counted, sir. There are only 9. And this man, like the guru, he says, don't cry. The 10th person is there. What does the guru say? Don't be sorrowful. You are Brahman. You are not the body, mind. You are Brahman. Don't be sorrowful. Now this person replies, no, we don't think the 10th person is there. We have counted. But anyway, you are saying we'll believe. Calm down. Don't cry. Calm down. I will show you the 10th person. How? Please show us. Please show us. We are missing our friend terribly. We are so sad. You count. And this person says, I have counted already. No, humor me. Count again. Okay, if you say so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The person takes his hand and turns it around. You are the 10th. Dashamastvamasi. 10. And this person says, 10. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Oh, the 10th person has been found. The others say, let me try. Each one tried, and they found the 10th person. Now, we may laugh at this story, but it's a very profound story. Tell me this question. It's the answer to this question. Why couldn't he find the 10th person? Because you would say he doesn't count himself. He didn't count himself. He counted only in the 9. But then let me ask you even a deeper question. Why did he count the 9? Why did he not count himself? Yes. Because the first 9 he counted, they're all belonging to one category, object. So I found first one there, second one there, third one there, fourth one, 9th one is there. Then I am entitled to think 10th one should be there. But the 10th one is not like those 9. The 10th one is you, the counter, and not just the object, you, the subject. And we are all the time making this same mistake. When we try to find out who am I, we are counting the object. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. But we are always missing the self, the pure subject. What do? You use this technique. See, the counting which has been done till now, 5. From the last one, see, the counting, it is useful because we have gone from the gross, external, most obvious to a subtle, internal, more sophisticated sense of who am I, more subtler and subtler. Then, just like he turned from the 9th to the 10th, I, the 10th, we have to turn from the subtlest, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, to the observer of the Anandamaya. How you will do that? I can't teach you. There you will have to, see, that's what Sri Ramakrishna says. We will try it now, we have time. Let's see, someone might become enlightened. Sri Ramakrishna says, after you have counted, Shairu Bichar Korle Ami Bole Kichui Paine, you will never find anything corresponding to the I. You will never find the self. You will find Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, but you will never find the Atman, the self. Then what will you do? You apply this 10th man story. He says, Sheshe Ja Thake Tai Atma Chaitanno. See, if you stop here, I cannot find the self. Sri Ramakrishna said, you will not find anything corresponding to I. Because whatever you find corresponding to I, if you do vichara, you will find it's not the I. You have to reject it on the grounds of logic and experience. If you stop here, this is Buddhism. Anatma. This is Buddhism. Theravada Buddhism and to some extent Mahayana Buddhism also. All the analysis, even which is done by Nagarjuna and Chandrakirti and the Tibetan Buddhists also, there is no self, no Atma. This analysis of the objective universe will show you there is no object called the self. But Vidyaranya Swami says, the self is not found. You did this analysis and you did not find the self, not because it does not exist, because it is not an object. It is the subject itself. It is the counter himself who is not something which is counted. How will you find? Let's try. What we will do is, we will start, I will guide you in a short guided meditation. We will go through awareness of the body, awareness of prana, awareness of mind, awareness of buddhi, awareness of the causal state, and then the witness consciousness, which you have to grasp yourself. The first 5, I can help you to find out. So, relaxed, listen to me carefully, and then follow if you like. Remember the 10th man story. Remember the 5, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya. Remember the 3 arguments, Vichara, Savikara, Drishya, Jada. So start with the awareness of the body. Here is the body. And don't ask where is the body. Everybody knows. So your neighbor will tell you, here is the body. On the chair, that's the body. This is Annamaya. Am I this Annamaya? And you notice it changes. It's an object of knowledge and it is not conscious. I, the conscious knower, unchanging, I cannot be the body. This is one. I am not the body. Then turn inwards. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. This breathing is a manifestation of prana. Is it changing? Yes. Is it drishya, something observed? Yes. Is it conscious? No. I am conscious of it. Therefore, this prana, breathing in, breathing out, I am not it. It is pranamaya, it is an object, it is drishya, it is jada, and it is changing. Go deeper. These thoughts which we are having now, feelings and thoughts, notice that. Am I these thoughts? Ask yourself, are the thoughts changing? Check, yes. Are the thoughts knowable? Check, yes. The drishya. Are the thoughts conscious of me or anything else? No, I am conscious of the thoughts. The thoughts themselves are not conscious. So because the thoughts are savikara, changing, subject to modification, they are drishya, object of knowledge. They are jada, not conscious. I cannot be thoughts. I am the observer of thoughts. I am aware of thoughts, but I am not a thought. Very interesting that if you stop thinking, thoughts are not there, but you are still there. You are observer of not thinking. So I am not the manomaya. Go deeper. What is deeper? Vijnanamaya. The intellect, the buddhi, which we are using just now, hopefully. So we are using intellect to understand all this. This intellect, does it change? Yes. This intellect, is it something observed? Yes, I can observe. Is it something conscious or not conscious? It is not conscious. I am conscious of it. Therefore this vijnanamaya, buddhi, I am not the buddhi. Now imagine, it can't be done directly here. Imagine a state where you are not seeing anything, smelling, tasting, touching. All the senses have shut down. You are in deep sleep. Dreams have also stopped. No dreams. Even the sense that I am sleeping, that has also stopped. No thoughts, no feelings, no emotions, no memories. No sense of ego also. Blank. But this blank also comes and goes. This blank is also an object of knowledge. This blank is not conscious. I am conscious of the blank. So I am not the Anandamaya, that complete deep blank. From that blankness, notice, turn inwards. Who or what is observing, illumining, revealing that blankness, that buddhi, that mind, that prana, that body, this world? What is it? Just like the 10th person, you turned from the 9 and said, I am the 10th. Turn from the blank, complete silence, blankness, to the observer of that silence. Sri Ramakrishna says, that which remains, Tai Atma Chaitanno, that is the Atman, that is consciousness. When you are comfortable, you can gently open your eyes. I don't know if you became enlightened, but we got a little bit of a training in the method of vichara of the Taittiriya Upanishad. What next? What next? I'm not giving a certificate that now they have attended the course and all have become enlightened, Brahmagyanis. No, but it gives us a flavor of the technique that is adopted. The method of vichara. Sri Ramakrishna is teaching here. What remains is not that ego, not the I. It's the witness of the I. That's why now we understand very, very clearly when Shankaracharya sings, Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham, nacha shrotra jivve, nacha grana netre, nacha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu, chidananda rupa, shivoham, shivoham. Exactly this process. Notice what he said, I am not the mind. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani na aham. I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the memory, I am not the buddhi, I am not the ego, I am not I. Ahankara na aham. And then only you find, what do you find? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. That Chidananda Rupa Shivoham is not an object. That's the beauty of the teaching in the Taittiriya Upanishad. Because the Taittiriya Upanishad could have straight away said, you are not the Panchakosha, you are not Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, you are Atma. Spoiled. Whole thing will be spoiled. Then we are not learning for ourselves. The beauty of the Taittiriya Upanishad approach, the Vichara approach is, it's an experiential way of learning. You experience the body, you experience the prana, you experience the mind, thought, 2 + 2 = 4, thought. You experience the buddhi, your sense of understanding. And then try to simulate the blankness. And then you see experientially, all of these are appearing to some light within. It's even wrong to call it some light. It still sounds like an object. It's not an object. It is you yourself. And that's what Sri Ramakrishna says. When you recognize yourself as that, you have found God. That consciousness in association with these 5 koshas is the jiva, you, I. That consciousness, that very consciousness, in association with the cosmos is Ishvara, Saguna Brahman. It's the same, Tattvamasi. So what we did today was a very profound investigation. But what will happen is, after this, back again. Bandra, St. Andrew's Auditorium, same old person sitting in the chair. Same body is back, mind is back, same problems. Now what do you do? Same ego is also back. Now what do you do? Second point. That's why the arrangement that Swami Brahmananda has done, superb, superb. Second point, I'll read it out and I'll stop then. What happens post-enlightenment? Dui rakom ami ache, ekta paka ami arekta kacha. The ego, which will come back after realization. It's still there. Since body is there, prana is there, mind is there, ego is also there. But how do you handle the ego after enlightenment? One type of ego is ripe. Now we have ripe mango season. Like one type, like a ripe mango, one type of ego is ripe. Another type of ego is kacha, unripe. What is ripe and unripe? Amar body, amar ghar, amar chele, egulo kacha ami. My child, my son, daughter, my house. This is unripe ego. Unless you tackle it, it will immediately go back to what it was used to earlier. I've seen so many people. Swami, I have heard all your YouTube talks. I've understood everything. Everything is all right. Only problem, my son is not listening to me. Sri Ramakrishna says, Kachami. The unripe ego. It's back again, back in action. Then what is the ripe ego? Ar paka ami hocche, amitar dash, amitar shantan, ar ami shei nitto mukto gyan sharup. The ripe ego is, you can use it in different modes. In a bhakti mode, I am the servant, Ishvara, Bhagavan is my Lord. Who is that? It's still the ego. This body, mind, one identity. If I am finding myself in one body, mind, one limited identity, then let it be the servant of God, Ishvara. This is a bhakti approach. Amitar Shantan, I am the child of God. I am not the servant of God. I am the child, I am the son or the daughter of God. Sri Ramakrishna had this attitude. God is my mother, Kali. I am the child of Kali. That was Sri Ramakrishna's Paka Ami, ripe ego. Or another alternative, like Shankaracharya says, Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, Shivoham. Who am I? I am not ego, I am not mind, I am not Panchakosha. Then who am I? I am Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. That still I am saying I am Shivoham. And that he says, that is Paka Ami, that's the ripe I. Often they'll say this. We find the ripe ego is the servant of the Lord, the child of the Lord, bhakti approach. We often find that in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita. Master Mahashaya, who wrote the Kathamrita, was a devotee, bhakta. But the complete teaching you find here, Swami Brahmananda, he says, I am the child of God, I am the servant of God. That is the ripe ego. Or if you say, Aham Brahmasmi, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, that's also the ripe ego. Sri Ramakrishna says, you can live like that also. This is the complete teaching. The ripe ego can exist in a bhakti mode, it can exist in a jnana mode. Both are fine. Then what about, last point, what about this world? I understand, I am that witness consciousness. Good. Now I am back in this world, body, mind, ego. All right. I am the servant of the Lord or child of the Lord, or I am Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. But what about this world? Ye sab kya hai? Then third point Sri Ramakrishna mentions, ek byakti take bolechilen, amar ek kothay gyan hoy, ei moto upadesh din. Somebody, very clever person, said to Sri Ramakrishna, give me one instruction by which I will be enlightened. Otherwise, whole Kathamrita, 1,000 pages is there. Give me one instruction. Not even 1 hour long Vedanta talk in St. Andrews, 3 days. No, only one. You are allowed to say one sentence. And I should be enlightened by that. He told Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna replied. Tini bollen, Sri Ramakrishna replied. Brahma Shatto Jagat Mitha, eiti dharana karo. Brahman alone is real. The world is an appearance. Assimilate this. Iti dharana karo. Do dharana on this. Think about this. Hold on to this. Then Swami Brahmananda, never throughout this book, he has said, done this. Here only he adds one line of his own. He says, Swami Brahmananda writes, Iha bolia chup koriya rohilen. Having said this, Sri Ramakrishna fell silent. He kept quiet. That means underlining that the entire teaching is here only. Nothing more needs to be said. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. So you are this pure consciousness which you just found out. And you function as the ripe ego, not the unripe ego. So that means I will not care for my son, daughter. You will care for them, but as the ripe ego, not as the unripe ego. And regard this entire universe as an appearance of Brahman. Brahman alone, Satchidananda, this pure consciousness alone is appearing as this world, as body, mind, everything. I will not explain any further. We'll leave it at that. So this is words of the Master. Words of the Master. I will do a peace chant here and conclude. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be here in Mumbai and this magnificent audience. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Thank you so much. I hope very soon I'll be able to come back again and we will do this again.
Our respectful pranams to Maharaj. I request Sri Shantanu Chaudhary Ratanji to propose vote of thanks.
Oh, vote of thanks also. All right.
Yeah, Maharaj, please sit.
A formality, vote of thanks. Please sit.
With what words do I thank Maharaj? Maharaj, last 3 days you have taken us on a different journey altogether. How anxiously we used to wait to come to the auditorium and spend these couple of hours with you, we all know. With permission of our respected Adhyaksh Maharaj, Satyadevanand Maharaj, I would request you to please set aside at least a week, if not a fortnight, for Mumbai. This is the first time that we have had the good fortune of interacting with you in person, and believe me, we are all completely floored. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for coming to Mumbai. And let me add this, that with your lecture series of 3 days, you have added to the glory of the centenary celebrations of the Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission, Mumbai. Thank you so very much, Maharaj. Pranams to you from all of us. Thank you. We look forward to see you again soon. Thank you.